Hello and welcome back to Greencraft Plays. Welcome to Skyblock. No. No, I keep doing that. Welcome back to Project Ozone 3. I've done a lot of things, as you can see. Now let me just show you what I've been doing for the last kind of 20 minutes or so. I'm trying to just level out the ground a little bit. There we go. And that's everything that I had. I'm trying to get some structure. Now, I built this off camera and I don't like it, so I'm going to get rid of it. It was an attempt at kind of a greenhouse, but then I started thinking about it and I thought, why exactly would there be a greenhouse in the middle of a cyberpunk universe? And then I thought maybe it's like, an area where they've got kind of a communal, like communal farm area or something, but it wouldn't look like this. This doesn't look right, feel right. So I've just been using this to 10 some seeds that I've got. This is all going to go, I've decided. What else have I done? I don't think I've done any extra detail here. No. I haven't really done anything on the building, except everything has glass now. Everything has this floor. Oh, I can't remember if I did this off camera. I have set up an elevator shaft. So I'm starting to think about how to set this building up, right? So imagine if we'll just fly out here, okay? So this is going to be the headquarters of Ouroboros, which is one of our mega corporations. I feel like it needs to go higher, but that will come in time. So Ouroboros is a mega corporation and like the mega corporation. So this is going to be huge. And this whole courtyard area is going to be theirs. So there's going to be a road coming down here, which I've started kind of doing. A road coming down here and a road on this side. And this whole area will be a big courtyard area that they will control. Okay. So this is a big corporation. There's going to be a big sign out the front, probably here or potentially hanging off the bottom of this. Try to get some neon signage going. I've been looking into, I'm trying to remember what screen it is. It's possible, it's not RF tools, extra utilities. This screen, very, very cheap to make and very, very cheap to run. But what it allows you to do is paste PNGs and JPEGs and things from the internet or from Inja onto them, so that means we can have our own custom signage. So I'm going to do that. So you come in through the front door, and the first thing that you see is this is going to be the entryway, and this is that surprised me. This is going to be a desk. Okay, so I've just plotted out big circular desk, person at the front, and what I'm going to have here is I'm going to make it look like a desk, and then coming out of the bottom, I'm going to have the AE2 system, so it looks like a computer screen, and we'll be able to access our inventory from in there, which I think is rather cool. I've kind of segmented these off. I'm going to start getting a bit of an idea of the shape. Now, if you come across here and to the left, you'll find the elevator shaft. So the elevator shaft is going to go down to here, which is eventually, I'm going to take this style of kind of building, and we're going to do it all underneath the building. I'm going to do it all underneath the building, and this is kind of going to be, the clean science room. So we'll do the AE system down here. We'll do a lot of auto crafting stuff down here, which I think will be cool. So this elevator shaft, I've got it semi set up with the elevator block from RF tools. I have to make a few of those, one for each floor. So we're going to be able to walk in here, press the elevator button for the floor that we want to go to, and it will take us to the floor. So each floor now has an elevator shaft. So I'm going to build everything based off the elevator shaft. So I have done that. I'm going to start organizing what the floors look like. I just need to get some more basalt. And so I've done that. I've set up an automatic glass maker for what we're going to do today, which has now gone through all of my sand. Yep. But now we should have about 1200 glass, which is good. Might be enough for what we need. I'm not really sure. Automatic basalt maker. Then control disabled. Oh, it's out of power. I've stolen its power. That's fine. So I used this basalt to make this tower using the builder that we made last episode. It looks a bit weird up here, and I'll show you why. So what this is going to be is, again, skyscraper. I'm going tall. I'm going big. No detailed yet. There will be eventually. You walk faster on concrete. There you go. So what this is going to be is currently it's going to be many floors of mob grinder. So if I come up here, how are you doing? I'll explain all of this in a second. So if I open this up, you can see I've got a floor full of cursed earth, and I have the mob slaughter factory from Industrial 4 going, because I need pink slime. So I've just got one floor, of course. I've got one floor of cursed earth, and if I go down here, I've actually got these switches so I can light up the room below and stop the spawning if I need to. I have no need to do so yet, but eventually that's what I'll have on every floor of this spawner. So this is, I think it's 64 blocks high or 65 blocks high or something. And so every kind of 5-6 levels coming down to about here, I would say. I'm going to have a floor of cursed earth. I'm going to have vectors all piling them down towards the middle where there'll be some grinders. And then under in here, I'm just going to have a massive collection of probably drawers or diamond chests. I'm not really sure. And they will all kind of export to the system and stuff. I like the idea of drawers, just kind of floor-to-ceiling drawers. A massive kind of storage area, basically. So the reason I'm trying to get pink slime is because we're going to build an actual proper agricultural area. I have played with it in here, I've played with it in this building, and none of it makes sense. So what I'm going to do is set up a proper agricultural building. I'm not really sure where it's going to be yet. Probably kind of makes sense over here somewhere, maybe here. I don't know. I'm struggling at the moment to figure out a kind of a scale, because I've just built on top of the lost cities already here. So I'm thinking size of the roads is going to be, it's 5 here, but I might make them 7 wide, which means this is the width of our sidewalk, which feels okay to me. That feels fine, because that means 2 people can pass. So quite tight sidewalk. We'll have some wider bits. So we just need to make some more black concrete. And so this will come out 1. So this will have a 3 block sidewalk going down here, going into a 1. But this is probably going to go because I just started building it at some point and didn't really know why. I might leave this. I'll make it a big corner building and build it upwards. Yeah. So the plan today is I'm going to build a structure to hold all of my mystical agriculture stuff. I've been piss-farting about trying to figure it out for a long time now. But to do that, we're going to need lots and lots of glass. And in order to make that, we're going to need this, the Industrial Stonework Factory. Which means we're going to need more rubber. Now that's annoying. I actually don't need that much more rubber. I need 1 more. So hopefully this smelts in there, gives me a piece of plastic. And is that all that I've got? I used the last of my plastic. I did. Okay, so the Material Stonework Factory will give us... it automatically makes cobblestone and anything else stone related. So it'll make smooth stone, it'll make... it'll grind it down to gravel, grind it down to sand, which is what we want. Because we want it to grind it down to sand and have this automatically smelting sand as it comes into the system. So in order to make that, we need stonework. In order to make that, we do need this pink slime. Now, you get a pink slime by... Well, you get pink slime from the mob slaughter factory. Thankfully, it works with mobs. I thought it only worked with passive mobs. So we need a bucket of pink slime. Oh, pardon me. We're going to place it down in the world, and then we wait. Eventually, it will spawn a pink slime, which we kill. Which we capture in a mob duplicator, and then we can duplicate that as much as we like to get pink slime. But I actually think that pink slime only has one use. So actually, no, I'll tell you a lie. It doesn't. It also gets used for the... Oh, okay. It's in the Ender IO stuff. So it's got some more uses in this pack than usual. Name tags, lore tag. Don't know what that is. We need it for anchor plates. I'm guessing that holds things still. It's needed for vector plates. Interesting. Okay, so we are going to need more than one. And we also need it for the material stonework factory, but I think also, the laser lens, the fluid sieving machine, and the other thing we need it for, I think, is the laser. Well, it doesn't look like it. Runic altar to make the rune of summer. Empowered crystals. In the pink generator. Slimy generator. And you can smelt it down for organic green dye. So, we're going to need some more plastic, which means we're going to need the industrial, the tree fluid extractor, and the latex processing. And this is the problem at the moment with this series at the moment, is everything is just about plonking. I just chuck stuff somewhere and then just kind of leave it and hope for the best. So, I'm trying to get organized. So let's do this, and I've started feeling very motivated. So tree fluid extractors will go into the liquid processing unit, and that will be fluid conduited out. Hopefully that works. Yep, looks like it's working. Dip, 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 and dip, dip. So that will fill up with latex. We'll need fluid, which I will just take from here because you're not making anything at the moment. Fluid can go here, and no. Pump you into there. Yes. Get fluid, get latex, and then we'll give it power. And I love having wireless power. And this will make tiny dry rubber. Once it's made 9, we can make 1 more rubber, and then that will make 1 more plastic. 1 dry rubber, and then we cook the dry rubber, and that gives us plastic, which goes straight into our system. And so now, all we need is the pink slime. So I need a mob imprisonment tool, which we need more plastic for, but that's fine, because now we are making it. So mob imprisonment tool ready to go with our pink slime. So we're actually going to have to make a mob duplicator as well. How are you doing? So close. What are in the legendary loot bags? I forgot. Slime pearl is actually really good. Overgrowth seed, iron horse armor, and molten core. Bone armor, music disc, and gold ingots. I also get bat wing and a molten core. Well, the molten cores are good because I have no good way of getting blazes at the moment. Although now I can mob duplicate, I can just make a blaze spawner. Didn't really think about that. There's been a strange thing going on with this series. I feel like I've been really scattered. Like with Modern Skyblock, there was a really clear progression that I needed to take. But with this, I've been jumping around all over the place, and I don't think I've worked particularly efficiently. Like I still have no regular generation. Like I don't have any of my civs set up, and I'm just working off what I have in my system, which is a lot. Got a lot of stuff in my system, but eventually this is going to run out, and I have nothing getting me more currently. So I do need to get on top of that. But I'll grab a bucket and we'll just wait for this pink. So there are times where I mildly regret turning on Titan mode. And sometimes I feel like I'm going to not have it on because this is the recipe for the mob duplicator. So it requires 2 boxes of crystal teen, the garden cloche, which takes this, which is not awful. The sigil of the green grove, which is a blood magic thing. 2 oblivion catalysts from Abyssal Craft, which seem like they take quite a lot. A copy of Paste Gadget, which is fine. The Rune of Greed, which actually isn't too bad other than the fact that it needs a blank slate. The Containment Chalice, which is alright, but requires a couple of resonating gems. All on the advanced crafting table, which takes quite a lot. So luminescence is all fine, but it takes quite a lot to get there. So I'm wondering what your guys' opinion is on me potentially moving back to not just a normal mode. Just as a thought, you know. Oh, come on. Hey, I want liquid meat. I want that pink slime. What do I do with liquid meat? We put it down and then get rid of it. Alright, pink slime in the ground. Now we just wait. Actually, I feel like I remember somewhere that it's more likely to spawn if it spreads out a little bit. So let's go chuck it here. That's weird that that's your behavior, but sure. Let's wait for you to spawn. I step away to make a coffee. I step away to make a coffee and the little sucker's here. Now, we're not going to duplicate him. We get one pink slime, that's all we need. We're not going to duplicate him because the mob duplicator is so expensive. So, as long as this was running up here, I'll just be making pink slime anyway. So, it doesn't really matter. Yeah. So, this is pathetic so far, I have to say. I don't know why. Maybe it's the height. How high are we? We're at Y98, which is fairly high. For vanilla spawning mechanics, they tend to spawn a little bit lower. So, stonework factory. Stonework factory. Boop. Oh, of course I'm short to plastics. This is fine, though. Because we can make two. Stonework factory. So, let's place this. Let's place this somewhere. Let's go here, and I'll get an export bus. Export bus, just like that, and I will tell you to make. You're going to grind. So cobble, thingy, sand. I think. Cobble, gravel, sand. Do that. Cobble, gravel, sand. Cobble, gravel, sand. Beautiful. That's exactly what we wanted. And now this will go here. Probably won't work because I'm feeling like it's probably too many. Yeah, it's too many. What do you call it? Too many connections. This counts as a connection. Whoa. That was a bit much. Yeah, that's definitely not exporting. I mean, the smart move would be all of this to a buffer chest and then export, but item conduits, and then we can basically do this. No. Oh, no. Okay, so we'll have this on extract, always active, and have this on insert, always active. And then sand will go straight into there. That will make sand. So we have an automatic sand making machine. So we need to make concrete. And we need to make black concrete powder. And we need that to be a pattern. Which we can go put over here. Into our molecular assemblers. Black concrete powder. Which we do have a bit of. Interesting. Now, it's my decision. I'm trying to remember whether or not I decided to make. Can I make 1,000? No, so we're missing ink sac. This is the concrete as it stands. I'm pretty sure I had the fluid transposer set up to make concrete. I did, and that's what I had sitting here. Yeah, this is fine. All right, I'll make some black concrete. I just want to get a bit of an idea. Right, I just want to get a bit of an idea of what the road system could look like. So we want to do that, and we want it to come out one more on this side and one more on this side, just to give us some, like, does that look better in terms of scale? That does, I think. So that gives us 3 on either side for the size of the cars. Now, I don't think I'll be making cars, but it still gives us a bit of movement on them. Tell you what, concrete doesn't go very far. Okay, that's unhelpful. So we'll let it drive around the back, I think. That would be fine. Now, technically speaking, that wouldn't, I don't think you'd do that. So if we're saying that this is some kind of megacorp, you probably wouldn't let cars go quite that close. But I want to keep this. This feels nice and tight this road, and I like that because we can build this up on this side. So what that means then is you need 3 wide. 3 wide? Yeah, 3 wide on this side. And then we can kind of get a bit of an idea of what the road might look like on this direction. You know, digging all this sand at the incredibly slow rate that I am, I can't help but think that, for starters, I need to put a lot of redstone on all of my tools, but also I really need to get like an excavator so I could do this in a 3x3, and that would be a lot quicker. Okay, so that will kind of come around there. This is really wide and weird, but I can't really fix that unless I extend the size of those buildings next to it. But then I suppose it makes sense. Some bits are wider than others. If it's all 3 wide, then that feels a bit stupid. But this feels okay. We're going to have heaps of this black concrete. So what I want to know is, where am I going to build this agricultural area? And I kind of feel like I don't want to put it too close to this. But I don't want to put it too far away either. So I'm a little bit stuck here. Just give me a minute. I'm going to suss this out. Okay, 6 hours later. And we're ready to build. Alright, I've done many work. Let's just get... we'll start with that. And I need some dirt. Some dirt! I might get a few less of these. I'm probably going a little bit crazy. And definitely need to power this thing better. 2,500 glass? Not bad, not bad. Alright. I'll tell you what, my frame rate is taking a hit, and I don't know why. Okay, so, oh yes. So I have built a bit of a road system just around this central area. Okay, so I'm going to... This will all go, and this whole middle point will be a bit of a... Whoa, jitters. Will be kind of a central point. Clouds. Will be a central point for this big building. I've got the road going behind it. I've changed it to basalt just for now, and I'll change it out to concrete when I get more concrete. So I figured we're just going to build it here. I could sit around for ages and think about how I'm going to do this, or I could just do it and hope for the best. Okay, so the way this works is we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the middle. Okay, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think this is the plan I went with. It should be a 7 by 14. No, it's going to be a 7 by 13, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That was pathetic. 12, 13, 14. And then we'll do the outside like this. Because I needed 16 on the outside, and I didn't count that. Alright, so the plan... I'm just going to do dirt for now, but we'll change it up. And probably this bottom floor, it's probably going to be a little bit different. But my plan is I'm going to have a 7 by 7 area of dirt. I think that's 7 by 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. So 7 by 7 like that. And let's just pretend that this is the rest of the floor. Like thus. Right. So we'll do this, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7, so again 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, that's what I wanted, because I wanted 7. So that should mean that that is a 7 by 7 square. I think that's probably going to be good. It might actually be too big, but I kind of want this big. This is going to be a big building. This is going to be a tall building. It's going to take lots and lots of materials. All right. Okay, we do this, that, and then like this. So the plan all right, is going to be, yeah. Again, we can change out the materials. I made the building gadgets exchanger, which I don't have in me, but it means we can quickly change out any of the materials. Right, yeah, so that works. So then I'll go grab my chisel. There is significant lag and jitteriness over here, and I'm not quite sure why. I kind of feel like there's some crazy entity issues going on, or there's some entities on the ground. I'm not really sure. Anyway, okay, so plan, I'm thinking, is this top section, if I choose, would be a good base. That actually might be a good base. I'll see if I can really show the vision. Where are we? We need wireframe, chisel that, and that should be fine. That's good, because that's actually what I wanted. And still need to chisel another one. Okay. So, we kind of have that. And now the next one we will build coming off of this, like this, 2, 3. So it's a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We bring that across like this, okay? And then down. Alright, and then down here. Yep. Not quite right, actually. Not quite right, because I actually want it to start there. Hang on, give me a second. Okay, so here's the kind of vibe I'm going for, right? I've realized a few issues with it that I'm going to have to fix up. So it's going to be a building that is basically these stacks of rectangles on top of one another. And so I'm going to have another one going across that way, and then the next one will go across that way and across that way. And they'll get higher and higher as they go. And on each one of these, there's going to be a 7x7 of a 7x7 of dirt, where all of the plants will go. There'll be a plant gatherer here that will do all of the work there, and then everything will kind of come down into one area and be sent into an ender chest. There's a couple of problems, though. A couple of problems I'm seeing so far. So I'm liking this dark roof. I like how it looks as a floor as well. So that's going to be our flooring on these levels. The only problem is this. So the plan was I wanted this flush, but I think maybe what I'm going to have to do is bring everything up. I'll tell you what, I need some more factory blocks, and what better way to get them than destroy my computer, vein mining all of that. Okay, good. Is that all of them? I feel like there's probably more around. Oh, seems good. Okay. So I'm wondering is let's just get where is it? Which one was I using? I can't even see it with my head. Can't see it with my eyes. Sturdy. Sturdy's what we're using. So chisel that. So maybe we might actually have to. I just want to see what this might look like. I don't think it'll look too bad. Do this and then that way. It's just a little unsure now. I'm a little unsure about how I like this, but let's try it out. We'll do wireframe, chisel on the wireframe, and then what if we just come across with that? this. This might actually work. Just depends on what it looks like. And then we can have this here. Okay. Okay, we can definitely kind of do that. And then this, we'll fix that up. How does that look? Weird and off-balanced. But there's no reason why... Where's sturdy gone? Sturdy? Sturdy. There, I don't see any reason why these can't be like that. Other than that doesn't look as good. I like the idea of the box. That should probably be okay. That way we can just lift all of this up. And then we'll run this along the ground. On every level. Stay with me, one. Stay with me. Okay. It doesn't look as nice, but it does work. Just want to see if this makes it look a little bit neater. Didn't want to do that, but that's okay. I'll fix that up in a second. Does that kind of help? I think that helps. I think that helps. It's still not 100% the look I was going for, but it'll work. Oh well, man. Okay. Alright. So the plan is we then come in with glass on these levels. And I'm going to have to do it down here as well. Bloop. And bloop. And a final bloop. And a second to last bloop. Alright, we can get rid of that. This bottom floor might not actually have any plants when I'm up to that, when I'm done. Alright, and just at the top here. No, this looks fine. This looks fine. And then we will glass it up. Then we're going to play with the glass texture. Steel frame glass. Excuse me. No. Everything. Ooh. Now I like that. Stone framed, thick grid. It's not going to look very good, I don't think. Oh. I mean, that's a look, but not what we're going for. Thin grid? No. No, no, no. Iron fencing, no. Asymmetrical leaded glass. Soul glass. Nah. So far, I like the grey bordered, ornate. I think ornate will be a bit much. I actually wanted to make it chiseled, which unfortunately means we might not be able to do this. Because if I do that and then chisel it in, it's going to look... it's not going to... What do you call it? It's not going to have connected textures, but... and this front bit's going to be an entrance anyway. So that's going to look a little bit different. But let's just get some glass in and we'll see what it looks like. There we go. Now, it's looking a little bit weird, I think, because there's nothing on this side. And part of me feels like this should be pushed out that way. Or I should have gone across and then this one comes off a little bit higher. So it's not ideal, but if you can imagine what that will look like all stacked on top of one another, it's going to be quite an interesting little building. And we might put some posts down or something, but I kind of want to make it this weird architectural vibe. But there we go. That's going to be our mystical agriculture setup, and each level will have a 7x7 of plants. That's 49 plants. So I probably won't go 49 of the same plant on each level. But what we could do is set up 3x3 here, like 3x3s. Actually, that might be not a bad idea. What if we actually set it up in a number of 3x3s, like this? And let's just say we use this same block. This was inadvertent, but then we have kind of a water block in the middle, and we've got a number of 3x3s. You can have a worm in each one. Let's do that, actually. That looks nicer. Worm in each one. And that actually should be pretty good. So I think that's where we're going to end it. Some good progress today. We're going to get this set up. We're going to get this set up off camera, so I'll go up a couple more levels. What I'm thinking I might do actually is I could use the builder to take a blueprint of one of these levels, and then that will be easy to make it higher and higher. It's going to be really high when it's done. So that is what's 4. If I do 4 on there, so that's 4, 8. There's 16 different plants in the first 4 levels. So I'm probably going to have to go up maybe 5, 6 levels. So it'll be up here when it's done, which is really, really cool. But let me know what you think, and we'll knock down all of this. I'll probably get this up and running. Possibly in the next episode, we'll see if we can actually make a mob farm that works. Would be nice. But until next time, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of Cream Puff Plays on Skyblock 2. Bye-bye. It's Project Ozone. I'll see you in the next episode of Project Ozone 3. Bye.